You get to take unlimited energy. And it's actually interesting because a lot of men want to brag to women because we want to show status. So you want to sit there and brag about all the good things you do, but there is a downside to that. There is a degree of downside. I was in Moldova. No, I take that back. I was in Constanta, Romania 9 years ago before I moved there. And I was in a club, and I must have been the only foreign person in the club. And there was a 11 out of 10 Moldovan. The most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. And I went over and I tried to talk to her, and she said, yeah, I only drink champagne. At the time, I didn't have that much money. I said, I only drink champagne. Well, I'm finished drinking for the night. It's very nice to meet you, because I couldn't afford a bottle of champagne, so I had to style it. So I was like, I don't have any. I said, I'm finished drinking for the night. It's very nice to meet you. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, nice to meet you. Left the club, whatever. Next day I came, I saw her on this table, champagne show, champagne show, champagne show. Next table, champagne show. And while she was doing all this, we were kind of catching each other's eye, looking a little bit, And a couple times I caught her at lunch, because Santa's like a beach town. I caught her at lunch, I spoke for a little bit. You are absolutely gorgeous. I think you and I are going to have a long and happy future together, but I'm not going to buy you champagne. Heartbreak is unlimited energy. So is depression. So is
come up. Okay. Then the best time frame to draw your levels. So somebody asked me this question. But me, I can't give that person answer. Or maybe say I ask the person to show for this life. So I just want us to discuss on it. I hope that person there here. And many of us.
Supply and demand and support and is almost the same thing, because support and are the original. If you like, let me say 20 years ago, traders, they didn't know this supply and demand. This was strictly on supply and demand, so it's almost the same thing for me. It's just that supply is the lines are a little bit.
Question number 3. The best.
One day I'm gonna sit down and congratulate myself, smile and say, one day I'm gonna sit down and congratulate myself, smile and say, it was hard, but I made it. One day I'm gonna sit down and congratulate myself.
rage, shows sadness, all these negative emotions they tell you to collapse behind. it's like, people talk like, Bruce Lee says, be like water. And people see that as be fluid and just go with the flow. I disagree. If you're like water, you're necessary for life. You are scary when you're enraged. You're powerful. You're beautiful when you're calm. You're so many things when you're like water, right? So if I'm enraged, it's like water behind a dam. You just got to put the dam in place. You got to hit the turbo, the hydroelectrics, but it don't tsunami your life. Put the energy somewhere.
I don't like it. If I don't like something, that's enough. I don't need any more justification than I don't like it. Yep. Right? And I think a lot of guys don't get that. Maybe you can help.
One is that, this is the most important thing, is that women are never single. A woman is never single. The idea of a woman for, like a man, going 6 or 7 months without talking to, dating, fucking an ex, messaging some guy, they are constantly either talking to a guy, sleeping with a guy, even if they're not fucking anyone, they're talking to 5 or 6 guys on Instagram. Yep. Women are never single, which means every single time you get a girl, you're taking her from other guys. She likes you the most, which also means that even if she's with you, when she's around other men, she's still poachable. Would you want your girl being friends with me? No, you wouldn't, because you know what I'm going to do. So this is the first thing. So women are never single. So this is why the idea of her hanging around with a bunch of dudes is not acceptable in the first place. And she's going to come out and go, they're just my friends. You may pretend to think they don't want to sleep with you because you know they do. You may pretend to think that, but they don't view you as a friend. This is the first thing. The second thing, women will come at you and say, why are you jealous? I say, no, I'm not jealous. I'm territorial about things I care about. For the same reason, she goes, well, but don't you trust me? It has nothing to do with trust. Yep. I trust the locks on my Lamborghini, but I wouldn't let people try and break in. I'd say, get the fuck away from my car. Right. It's not yours. So for the same reason, even though I trust the security system on my car, and I trust, even though I don't trust her, I'll say I do, I trust your internal security system, I'm not going to let people be disrespectful to me as a man and openly try and poach something that's mine. Right. That's disrespectful.
I'll message you. We'll be sitting in the same room WhatsApp. It's just people. Loose lips sink ships. Doesn't matter if you're doing nothing wrong. You gotta be careful who you're talking around. They listening to shit. And in the modern world, they record shit. Like, you know what? Even if it's a 0.1% chance, but what's the upside? Like, there's no upside. So why take the 1% chance? Risk reward. You know, I'm very, very careful. And especially with women, not because they're necessarily malicious, because women in general don't have to worry about the certain things I'm talking about in terms of professionalism. There's a whole bunch of beautiful, smart, great women out there who just go through life and they're just Instagramming everywhere they go and they forgot their keys and do. And if she's too close to your circle, she's just an in. It's an in to get you. And you gotta be careful. And it's amazing whether it's the 1970s Soviet spies or the 2022 mafia. When they want to get a dude, it's a chick. You either send a new chick or you watch his old chick or you find his girlfriend. Even a bounty hunter today. Let's say I was wanted by the police. They couldn't find me. Who's his girl? And the women I associate with have enough respect for me to go, okay, I don't know. Fine. Just, I love you. When they arrested El Chapo, Chapo's girl, didn't you say I didn't know he was a criminal? I thought he was a chef or some shit. I was like, perfect. She doesn't even not lie anymore. He's a chef. He told me he's a chef. He's a chef.
He's a billionaire chef.
He's a chef. What did happen though, like I said earlier, is when you have experience with lots of different apples, you know what a good one and a bad one is. So when we say we all have, if I found another girl with those qualities, I certainly wouldn't mess it up. You need experience to understand what you You live by the sword, you die by the sword. There's up and down, there's rain and sunshine. You have to be that man who's going to go through it all. And then when you've been through enough of it, like I have, like I said, if I find a beautiful girl now who's a 10 and deletes and doesn't want Instagram, that's worth more to me than 1,000 stupid girls. Yeah. Well, emotions are feedback. The idea that men don't feel emotions is incorrect. We feel emotions. I would actually argue we feel emotions with certain emotions stronger than women.